Okay, so we're here checking out my demons. Basically what I decided to do is, I know there's been a lot of videos with this army on the channel, but that's okay. It's just what I've been getting ready for, etc. Shh. So I took a Burning Sky House, which is 9 units of Screamers, as you can see. Now, they're only at basically kind of washed and 3-color minimum with the bases done, just for the basic tournament points, because I'm testing out lists, so I'm not going to commit to fully painting them. I also have a Warp Flame host with my 9 Exalted Flamers right there. Each unit has a Herald, so I have 1 Herald on a disc there, 1 Herald with a disc there who needs some paint. I have Kairos Fate Weaver, and then one of my units of Screamers from the 9 is 8, which is back there, which will be my Death Star. It's not really a super Death Star, but it's good enough. Now, the way that this army works is I have the Grimoire on one of my Heralds, so I can give my big unit of guys a 2+, well, it goes to a 3+ with the Grimoire, and then I can buff them with Psychic Powers. I do have a lot of Divination spells, so I can give them a 4+ invul. So that's if I fail the Grimoire, I can just replace my 6-up with a 4-up. I can also Prescience for reroll to hit. I can ignore cover. I didn't get the make all my attacks rend, which is really nice with the Burning Sky Host because you can fly over guys and kill them. Kairos didn't really get much. He'll be probably just using his basic Tzeentch powers because that's all he got. So that's my demon list at 1850.
Hey everyone, so this is the Eldar list that Chris is going to be going up against. So it's going to be a Pale Host. So we have the Autarch with Laser Lance and a Jet Bike. Aspect Host, all of 5 spiders, all with the Exarchs. I got the Wraith, Scathach Wraith Knight with the Melta guns, 1 Scatter Laser, and that is all the, and 1 Aspect Host of 5 more spiders. So they have the +1 ballistic skill. And then I have a regular CAD, which is run by a Farseer on Jet Bike, 6 units of 3 Jet Bikes, all of which have Scatter Lasers except for 1 unit, which don't. They just have the regular Shrieking Catapults, and then I also have 1 Forge World Warp Hunter as well.
So you're running the Pale Host and a CAD.
Yeah.
So what'd you get for Psychic Powers on him?
So Psychic Powers, I started with Telepathy, I was happy with getting Shrouding, then rolled the 1, got Dominate, took Psychic Shriek instead, and then went for the Guide, because having the D3 +2 shots for each Melta and having that guided, it's huge. It's mainly going to be used for Battle Company, taking out all those vehicles, but I wanted to give them a shot and see how the Melta works.
So what's your go-to plan with this army?
Ooh, well, I'm going to have to spread out the objectives, see exactly what mission we're playing, and just kind of play a little cagey. Kind of stay back from you. I know you have a lot of flamers that can hurt me hard, so and fly over me with the Screamers, so I got to keep my distance and try to pepper them down.
So you've seen our armies. Now basically what we've done is we've filmed our game and we've sped it up to 8 times the normal speed. We've rolled off. Jason won first deployment, and so because it's ITC comp, he has to go first. So what were you thinking when you were deploying your army here?
So I know I want to keep everyone back far enough from your Screamers. Just when they're going to turbo boost over top, that's going to kill Jet Bikes real easy, and your Flamers as well. I want to keep a good distance. So I kind of cowered everything back in my corner to ensure that nothing could get hit first turn. I put all my spiders in reserve. The 3 units with +1 ballistic skill are walking on from my table edge, and the other 3 units are going to be deep striking. You can see the objectives there. In the middle is number 1. The closest side to the screen there is number 2, and I believe the furthest one away, you can just see at the top of the screen, is number 3.
Yeah, and I also deployed, I just put everything at a range, so Kairos is so far away, nothing can shoot him turn 1. I don't want him dying. And I put a few Screamer units on the board just to corrupt the objective and allow me to maintain some board control and bump up in case he got too close. So the mission, well, Jason's starting his first turn here, but we're going to talk, the mission is basically primary, purge the aliens, so kill points, and then secondary is Maelstrom. So if you see there in the center of the screen on the left-hand side, Jason has rolled a 4 and a 5. So he is have more scoring units, at least partially, further than 12 inches from your deployment zone than the enemy, and have a scoring unit at least within 12 inches of your enemy's deployment zone. And so he bumped those bikes down there to get his one objective, and then he bumped out some more bikes there to get the other one. And it looks like I got hold objective 3 and have 1 unit within 12 inches of your enemy's deployment zone. So with that, I just basically turbo boosted up on the one back far left there, corrupted the objective, put Kairos in the air, and kind of flew him sideways behind a building.
Yep. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. Like, no shooting goes on first turn, and pretty timid.
So now we go on to turn 2. It's your turn 2, Jason.
Yeah, so I'm rolling on, bringing the spiders on. In the top corner, he only has one screamer in range of that objective. So if I can kill one screamer, I'm like, okay, good, I got this. I deep strike 2 units of spiders in there. I'm like, odds are that's enough shots. There's going to be 20 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. He usually has a 4-up jink that should be able to do the 2 wounds I need. And then I walked on a couple other units of spiders to kill the unit in my deployment zone. And I thought this was my turn to jump ahead right now to be ahead on the secondary missions.
And your secondary is you got hold objective 2, and then you got have a scoring unit that's partially within 12 of your opponent's deployment edge. So you got the same one again. And objective 2, and the Wraith Knight's on 2. Ouch, he's going to be hard to move.
Yeah, I put the Warp Hunter up just to potentially lob some shots over, get some lucky shots, some D shots on some of your screamers that are hiding behind that building. So, as for Psychic Phase, since I got Shrouding, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Even if he deep strikes the screamers in, as long as I have Shrouding up, I'm going to have a 2-up Jinx save, like a cover save, because they'll be within 6 inches. So I'm like, I think all my bikes are pretty safe. I want to keep them alive because they're objective secured.
Yeah, so now you're just shooting unsuccessfully at all my screamers.
So
look at you see, I just made all my saves there. Yeah, so the 2 units in the building there shot and didn't kill that one screamer.
No, I was really unlucky. Yeah, those 20 shots were not able to kill that screamer. I did 1 wound to him. However, the other 2 units shot at the unit of 3 and killed it all off. So I mean, it's the luck of the dice. At least I was able to pull you off of one of your maelstroms, but not the second one.
Oh, and that Wraith Knight's just securing up that objective.
Yeah, so the Wraith Knight, since he's part of the Pale Host, he gets to auto run 6. I got nothing in range, so I just ran him right on top of the objective.
Cool, so I roll for my objectives. I get hold objective 1 and hold objective 3. Then I roll for all my reserves, and I get everything, but I think 1 or 2 units. So right now I'm deep striking in. It'll be 2 Heralds with all my Exalted Flamers, my big unit of Screamers. I did scatter, I think, 11 inches backwards. I wanted to have them all within range. So I originally, if they would have like hit, let's say, I would have been within range of his Warp Hunter with everything, but out of charge range of the Wraith Knight. So now I bumped back, and I think it allowed me only 3 or 4 in range of the Warp Hunter. So I was a little bit. So I'm just bringing on all my Screamers. I bumped Kairos up like that because I made a mistake, but I was thinking I'd get Cursed Earth and I'd bump him up right in front of your army, do some D-blasts.
Yeah, he is flying right now, so I'm going to hit him on 6s with whatever I can, and my Warp Hunter can't hurt him.
Yeah, so right now I think I'm doing a D-shot into your Warp Hunter, and then I'm buffing my star, so I'm getting off.
To be fair, I did Jink here, so you got that. Like, there's no shooting for me to next turn anyways.
Yeah, so there it goes. I also got Prescience off on my unit so I could reroll the hit, and I got Ignore Cover as well this turn. So now I'm kind of debating what to use, and I did not cast Cursed Earth because I had a brain fart, and it was really bad. So, this is just me taking some pot shots.
And the Warp Storm.
Warp Storm?
Yep, that did a wound to my Wraith Knight.
Oh, and those deep striking, they mishapped, so Jason got to place them anywhere he wanted, so he put them back there.
Yeah, so they are kind of messed that up a little too. You were close enough to that objective 2, to cancel me out from getting it by putting your Screamers there.
Yeah, I turbo boosted them onto it just to get you off. And so now what I'm doing is I'm turbo boosting over all of his spiders in the backfield and just proceeding to take off as many as possible.
Yeah.
So
you do a good job at killing a whole lot of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the Screamers are great because they do D3 plus 1 in the formation, so I get, on average, it's 3 strength 4 hits that he can't jump away from. So I just have to jump over his units, and 3 Screamer units generally kills 5 Warp Spiders.
There we go. So, looks like it's my turn there. I got, 6 and a 2?
Well, you got 6, 1, and 2, and then you're deciding on which one to do. So you did the 2. So, you did the hold objective 1, hold objective 2.
Boom.
So now you're advancing up.
Yeah. So I had I had one unit of spiders that didn't come on, and I think I brought them on this turn now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so mobile with moving the 2d6 plus 6 inches. Even if I bring them on my own table edge, they're usually can get more than halfway across the board. So I put Wraith Knight up there. My thing is just to shoot a scatter laser into him. A scatter laser into the unit of 3 screamers, and he's going to charge them and hopefully just punk them out. Now I know I got to hold that objective, so I'm bringing up all my jet bikes.
Yeah, I can't believe I gave you Kairos this easy. He basically said, I'm going to get him, and he's just going to shoot everything he can into Kairos.
Yeah, because it's either I'm shooting at Kairos, hitting on 6s, wounding him on 4s, or 3s. Is he toughness 5?
3s, he's toughness 5, or
yeah.
my Grimoire 3+, 2, well, it's actually a 2+ rerollable. Actually, I think it would be a 3+. This phase was a 3+ rerolling ones.
So you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot everything I can here. I think I got...
There's Kairos.
I got Shrouding off again, and I lucked out huge. My scat bikes did enough hits, got through, and I just got lucky.
And you turbo boosted there on the middle to contest my objective and hold it if I choose to not kill you next turn.
Yeah. So I mean, this time, since I have jet bikes now on objective 2, I got OBSEC on it, so I'm definitely going to hold that, even if the screamers stay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shoot them next turn.
Yeah, the spiders up at the top are just trying to kill off a few more screamers. The fight's kind of over up there for me with the spider, so now it's going to be kind of called Operation Keep 'Em Alive. Because
right now we're pretty close on Maelstrom. It's your turn 3, but I think for kill points, like you've gotten 2 or 3 off me, but I've also gotten, I think at this point, 2 of the spider units, and I'm going after the last 3.
Yeah.
So that's all we're doing is he's just shooting spiders. Sorry, shooting there. Oh, and you charged it with your Wraith Knight. Took out 2 screamers.
Yeah, there's 1 left. So.
And I was like, maybe he'll live. Maybe he'll live a whole round. Who knows? So that's my last unit. Screamers came in via deep strike. They dropped in on Jason's side of the board. My objectives are 1 and 3. So I decide to split up my star. I jump all 8 of my screamers out of that middle unit. I'm like, I'm going to get me some warp spiders. And then I'm going to leave that a unit of characters in the middle there that didn't move. And I'm like, they're going to kill the bikes. My screamers are going to go back and take care of his warp spiders. Now at this point, what's going through my head is I'm like terrified. Because I lost Kairos, I don't have the reroll for my Grim. I did get it off this turn, luckily. I was prepared if I didn't get the Grimoire off, I was going to jump the entire unit straight back behind that building. But luckily I got it off, so I was able to hold the middle for another turn. But at this point, because Kairos was gone, I was like, I have to get these spiders gone. And so I ran those Dreamers back. But my magic phase is basically set down to just buffs. So it was like Cursed Earth, Ignores Cover, and Overwatch at full ballistic skill.
Yep.
If you notice there, I killed all the bikes in the middle, and now I'm just flying all my screamers over.
Yeah, I think I had 2 5-man units left over there.
Yeah.
Or a 4-man, a 5-man, and then up on the top right of the screen, I had like a unit of 2 and a unit of 1.
Yeah, and they'll jump out, but my big unit there did actually kill 1 whole unit of spiders in the terrain there. So it's pretty awesome. And then I ended up charging in to finish off a lone spider that went into combat with me to stop getting flown over. So I charged in another unit to back him up. Now I did make the mistake. I was going to do my Lamprey Bite, but I did my Lamprey Bite, and I should have done my attacks because I didn't factor in +1 for charging. So my mistake, and he mopped up my last Screamer.
Yeah. So I had like a 1-inch consolidation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really worth it yet because that unit would be like an 11-inch charge for my Wraith Knight to jump over there. So we're kind of just in a stalemate right now. You have most of the board. And I'm just kind of sitting back, just waiting, just trying to slowly catch up on the, or get ahead, on the Maelstrom points.
Now, it should be said, too, since this is ITC, so when I get my 2+ invul, rerolling 1s, it's only a 4+ reroll, which kind of sucks. But
yeah.
So Jason's just staying back at a range. He's got that Banshee mask is moving up a little bit there, so denies my Overwatch. So he'd be able to
Yeah.
put in his Warlord and then charge him with the Wraith Knight.
Yeah, so now I'm just setting up all my bikes. I'm going to shoot at your unit, even though you do have a 2-up, 4-up save. I'm also going to put my Warp Hunter in there as well. And you can see I was moving the spiders back to try to run them away. So here I think I got Guide off, and I ended up getting 15 hits with that Warp Hunter.
It was gross.
And out of those 15, I think I wounded 13 or maybe 12. And then you made every single save.
Yeah.
So
You saw me, I just
happens.
rolled them once, no rerolls. Well, 2+ is 2+ invul, man. It's so good.
Yeah, I know.
I think I ended up losing one Exalted Flamer, and I took a wound. There you go, wound on another one.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of scatter lasers. If we slowed this down to 2 times, you guys would be watching an hour of scatter lasers shooting at 2+ invul.
Yeah, a lot of shots, a lot of saves. That's for sure. So here, I'm moving up my spiders because you did a miscast or Perils of the Warp, and you ended up causing a wound to one of your heralds. So I'm kind of taking a shot here to get those spiders up, and the only guy in range is your herald.
And he's the one that has the Grimoire, so his save this round is only a 4+.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to fail your Lookout Sir, and then fail that save, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, I didn't lose him.
Nope, you didn't. You made all your saves. You're good.
Yeah. And now here's where, so I had the big blunder with Kairos, because I'm new with this army, so I'm learning, but I had the big blunder with Kairos, and then we're about to see another big blunder. So what's going through my head right now is I'm in trouble. I'm behind on kill points. I'm like tied on Maelstrom, and I'm kind of worried about it. So I said, well, I have to finish off these spiders. So I'm like, I'm going to jump up all my Screamers, and I'm going to finish off these spiders. And then the other part of what was going on in my head was, because I'm running all my Screamers straight at them to finish off the spiders, I need some kind of a distraction. So I decided to jump my star up and just hope that I can maybe kill something, kill his Farseer. Then I have Overwatch. I know he's going to come in with his Lord with the Banshee Mask, but I'm basically committing at this point because, I don't know, I just got like kind of nervous. I probably shouldn't have committed. I didn't need to, but when you get nervous and you make a blunder early and you lose your Kairos, you basically get worried. And I was like, well, maybe I can punk that Wraith Knight, do a bunch of wounds to him, and then when he gets into combat, maybe I can finish him off.
Yeah, I mean, your Overwatch is really scary with that unit. Like,
it's just Eldar have the tools to deal with it. So I jump over on the left-hand side. I basically wipe out one of his spider units, which is good. Yeah. They jump on and off, do some more wounds. I think it puts you down to... And then I finish off the other 2 on the right-hand side. So...
Yeah. So here we go. I'm... what did I get there? 2 and a...
4.
4? All right. Yeah, so here it is. So here's my plan. It's like, okay, I know I got that star there. I got my Banshee Mask. He needs a 3-inch charge. And I think it's about the same. For the Wraith Knight, I think he needs 3 or maybe Snake Eyes. So I'm like, okay, now I know I can tie that unit up. So my big thing is I'll try to stomp them out. Yeah, you're going to have an invuln save, but you don't get that against stomps. And now I know all my jet bikes are going to be safe from the shooting, and I can just focus on the Screamers. So again, Warp Hunter here is shooting. Kills a couple, which is good. I got a few spiders left over there in the grassy hills on the left. And then I just start loading them up with jet bikes.
Yeah, and so this is basically where the game ends, is he starts finishing off all my Screamers. And it's just a lot of scatter lasers. In next game, we'll probably run it at 4 times. It's a little bit too quick, but it is also just a lot of scatter laser shooting. So. Oh
yeah, there's a lot of shots in this list. So I mean, I'm also shooting my melta guns into the Screamers because they're going to double them out with the Wraith Knight here. But that one lone guy up there, boom, you make all the saves. And so they both made their charge.
Good save, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're rolling pretty good for those. So I made my charge in there with the Banshee Mask, whole reason, to stop Overwatch. And then Wraith Knight comes in. Wraith Knight ends up getting kind of lucky with it. And I end up getting 2 stomps. Once you move, so you move in here. Yeah, you're going to try to kill. I think you put most of your attacks on the Autarch.
Well, I had to because I'm only strength 4.
Yep.
So unless I cast Rending onto your
Yeah.
Wraith Knight, I can't do it.
Yeah, so I mean, I got pretty lucky there. So I ended up getting the 2 stomps, and I rolled, I think, a 4 for the first one, and then I got lucky and rolled a 6 for the second stomp.
And that's
taking
15
out,
wounds. Ugh.
Yeah, so it took out 5 heralds, and then the rest went. Sorry, 15, 5 Exalted Flamers.
15 wounds. Ugh.
Yep, and then they consolidate. I run my Autarch back, and I run my Wraith Knight towards the Screamers, because I charged in with my Spiders.
Yeah, this game reaffirmed what I always kind of knew, but I would always get greedy. Just, I got to keep my star that, like, just always away from anything with Stomp or D. I just got to stay back, chill, and do some damage. So here, I'm just going Hail Mary. I'm trying to kill the rest of his spiders and as many bikes as possible. Because you never know. With the Warp Storm table, I could, kill a few units of bikes. With the Screamers, I kill a few. And it could end up being okay.
Yeah. And I kind of messed up too, because I forgot to move my jet bikes in the bottom right corner. But
yeah,
there we go.
Not that it mattered, because he's just basically mopping up my demons. All because, that's the one thing that when you play demons, you make 1 or 2 crucial mistakes, and you just get punished so hard for it. And when I lost Kairos, I lost a lot of my magic, and when I lost or psychic powers, and when I lost the star, it's basically the Eldar can just go wherever they want. They're no longer stuck in a corner, and you can just mop me up with, like, no issue.
Yeah, so you had the unit of 3 left in the bottom right. You had 1 right beside the Wraith Knight on the left, and I think you had 3 more guys hiding behind the large building to the top of the screen.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not going to get tabled. I'm going to be able to live, but that's about it at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm about to call it here.
Yeah, there was a shake.
So that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to be doing a lot more of these in the future. We'll try to play it around a little bit. We'll slow them down a bit, speed them up maybe. We'll see how it goes. This game was short because, once Kairos died, I lost like half my turn every round, and then when the star went, it just kind of we played like 3 turns in like 5 minutes at the end there. But what was your final take on the game?
Yeah, I was in a really tough spot. You were controlling more than half the board, having your star in the center, and you were just far enough back that I couldn't move up with my Wraith Knight, because that Overwatch would have definitely hurt, especially because you were getting off pre-science like all the time. So you're shooting. How many shots do they have?
D3 each. Strength 10 AP2s. They actually kill a Wraith Knight if he charges in.
Yep. So you're on average getting 2 shots each, and there's 10 of them?
There's 9, so it'd be 18 hits, 18. And then 3 plus if I get, because I had Overwatch at full ballistics because I cast every turn.
Yeah.
So you're literally looking at 17 hits, and then something like 16, 15 wounds, which actually does 10 wounds to a Wraith Knight.
Yeah. So it just, Banshee Mask worked out. For a 5-point upgrade, it's an amazing item.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. The Eldar got the tools to deal with everything. You just got to play them right. And you're very smart with him. You didn't lose him. If you would have had him further up earlier in the game, and I'd been able to take him out, then my star could just sit there all game and be more aggressive. And I think that's kind of what I learned, is I can't be aggressive until the Banshee Mask is gone. And it was really hard for me because I had to keep my star completely out of range of like everything. Because like if one Warp Spider unit could have charged me, they can negate the Overwatch. So I had to be very careful to like mop up units that were really close to me. And that's why it was very important when I shot and killed those Warp Spiders in the bottom of the field. There's 3 of them, because I just didn't want them charging me. So.
Yep.
So anyway, thanks for the game, Jason, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, good game, man.